In today's news, CEO of Top Priority Security Services, Mr. Lesmore Smith, to declare his candidacy in the next general election, says he is ready to serve the people. 5 selected for Physical Planning Appeals Tribunal. The government ministers to host an open office day beginning tomorrow, February 18th, and the Just Van Dyke residents are done, they say, with promises. They say the situation with the school is at an all-time low. In addition to that, we look at, does the Emancipation Act reinforce racism, and VG police station to receive upgrades? Some 21K contract has been signed by a local company. All this and so much more when 284 News returns.
Live stream cable TV is here with CCT Live. Access over 80 channels that you can watch either at home or when you're on the go. And don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Rewind and watch in your own time. Come to CCT today and ask about our 1-month free trial offer. CCT Live. Bring it home.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works. Welcome everybody. It's Thursday, February 17th, 2022. A terrific Thursday to each and every one of you. I'm Ron Grant. You're watching 284 News, coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Thursday to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast, of course, recently the government of the Virgin Islands has announced that government ministers will be hosting an open office day that begins tomorrow, February 18th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Of course, they say persons who have long-standing matters, of course, in any of the 5 ministries of government can meet with the relevant ministers at their office without appointment every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Again, the general public is reminded that those dates are from every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, beginning tomorrow from 11 a.m. To 3 p.m. Essentially, the government of the Virgin Islands, under the leadership of the Honorable Premier, says that this is an opportunity for the general public to interact with the ministers and air their concerns. However, believe it or not, viewers are asking whether or not this is a signal that a next general election is coming to play. Of course, this is the first time officially that the government has afforded this opportunity since taking office, and it seems to be raising some red flags. Continuing on, the Virgin Gorda Police Station is expected to receive a number of upgrades after a contract was signed by a local construction company to execute auxiliary works on the facility. This was confirmed by the Office of the Deputy Governor, which said No Limit Construction was the company which was awarded the contract, valued at some $21,532.52. Essentially, in a quote, they said works will conclude with the installation of cold water supply piping and bathroom fixtures, masonry works, and of course the installation of electrical lights and security and CCTV camera systems to ensure that the station is fit for purpose with effective functioning facilities. The Office of the Deputy Governor stated. Now, viewers, the contract will be financed by the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office and of course executed through the Government of the Virgin Islands Recovery and Development Agency. According to the Deputy Governor's Office, works are scheduled to be completed to the police station by March 31st, 2022. Of course, recently we saw where at-large representative, the Honorable Sharina Flax Charles, in an interview with 284 Media, when she sat down with myself, essentially called for better policing facilities on the sister island. She was, of course, alluding to not only Virgin Gorda, but Anegada and the entire Ninth District as well. According to a recent government release, Cabinet has approved 5 appointments to the Physical Planning Appeals Tribunal. Chairman Mr. Marvin Flax Jr., Mr. Bennett Smith, Ms. Kamika Forbes, Mrs. Marva Teatley Smith, and Mr. Jerome Frett will serve for 4 months effective January 21st to May 22nd, according to the Physical Planning Act 2004, Part 4, Section 65. The tribunal shall consist of 5 members who are responsible for examining issues between applicants who seek development, approval, and physical planning authorities who decide the outcome of the respective development application. Now, Schedule 4 of the Act truly outlines that members are to be selected among persons trained and experienced in specific planning-related areas and professions such as architecture, lawyer, engineering, environmental, coastal, marine, and physical planning. Subsequently, planning applicants who are dissatisfied with planning authorities' decisions may appeal the said decisions via the appeals tribunal. Now, the release also noted that the tribunal is also determined the merit of an appeal of the authority's decision, according to an earlier release inviting applicants to apply for membership to the appeals tribunal. The position of chairman filled by Mr. Flax really entails being a capable, of course, to preside at all meetings and the appeal tribunal, as well as authenticating tribunal decisions. Of course, this is quite an important aspect as it pertains to matters of the public that are needing perhaps a mediator and really having a difficulty, essentially viewers within their granted areas. They then come to the tribunal for official assistance. Viewers, up next, Just Van Dyke residents are done, they say, with promises, and they say the situation with the school is at an all-time low. We have an in-depth story on that matter. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. You're watching 284 News.
There's a reason you get up on a morning. A reason you pick yourself up, start the day. Maybe it's sheer grit. Maybe it's your ethics. Maybe it's because you know people like you are waiting for people just like you. We all have our reasons, and for Republic Bank, that reason is you. Every little thing, every big thing. It's all about making a difference in your life. Because after 182 years, if it's one thing we're sure about, is that the difference is you. We're here to help.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Brilliant Hands and Minds Tutoring Services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
The wait is over! CCT Fire is here! Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire, bring it home and upgrade today.
Viewers, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Residents and parents of Jos Van Dyke have expressed that they are beyond fed up with the present situation being faced by their primary school children. Our Kamal Haynes, led of course by our media expert, Mr. Khalil Donovan, took a trip over to Jos Van Dyke and spoke with many of the residents who were very vocal about the situation. Take a look.
Well, good day, viewers. The subject of the Jos Van Dyke Primary School remains an issue here on the sister island. Recently, residents took to social media on the popular Facebook page, Real BVI Community Board, where they would voice their concerns on a persistent issue here at the school. Well, they say that government would have promised or made several promises to basically address these issues, but yet nothing still have been done. Well, viewers, take a listen to what these residents and parents had to say on the subject matter. We started the journey by first taking a look at the present location of the Jos Van Dyke Primary School, where I was able to walk around the perimeter of the school to see some of the many concerns that have been raised by residents over the years. Well, after passing the swamp-like water to make our way into the premises of the school, we immediately noticed the mold that existed on the exterior of the school building. In an effort to give greater insight on the extent of the mold situation at the school, we reached out to Principal Laverne Blyden to gain permission to enter the classrooms to capture footage. However, in an aggressive tone, she said she does not speak to the media and said she was not granted us permission to enter the empty classrooms to take footage of the mold. While the unexpected manner of the response did not deter our news team from painting the true picture of the situation, as we began our journey on the streets of Great Harbour, where this led us to Dexter Donovan, a father of 6, who pulled to the side of the road while commuting to speak his mind on the situation.
This been on my mind, and like, I tired of the promises too, because I got 6 children. You understand? And all of them to go to school here, except this one. This one never go in school, right? But really and truly, if you check it out, I asked if you think back about it, and I asked my godfather, Pippi Kendrick. At the time I say, you went school here too? He said, yeah, he went school here too. And he said, just like how that school is how it is now. So that's from he's 60 years, he about 60 years now. And that's how that school is. It never changed. You understand? And that's a problem. Look, I got children this small here, you understand, gonna grow up, right? And still end up bigger in the same school. That's why the school is in a mess how it is. You understand? And to me, how I seen it, right? And a lot of other people here on the island seen it, is like kind of in a way like the system looking out for the other places more than the school. And the school is what important, because the training is the future. You understand? The training is the same persons them, right, who want to get big, right, and gotta run the immigrations, or gotta run the police station, or gotta run these other government places. You understand? And right now, if you check it out, they have a brand new immigration over there. You understand? Every day man coming to work and the place, that's a place where them just built with AC, everything in it. The same thing with the police station. You understand? So I don't know what's going on, and the school is a mess. You understand? And now, them saying the school have mold. So if the school got mold, I was thinking in a way, right? Well, these places build up and think, this is a place where I should check up about, because is a children I'm dealing with.
I also had the pleasure of speaking to Miss Janice Graham, a part-time resident who has more than 3 decades of teaching in the U.S. Virgin Islands and the United States of America. She made it clear that she was not bashing any government, but felt that measures to address the dire situation at the school have been reactive over the years.
I don't expect the schools here to be like the schools elsewhere. And I'm not here to criticize any government, because I really don't understand the process. And it seems like government here is asked to do a lot of things and be all and end all for everybody. But what concerns me is how this situation at the public school here is driven by crisis. School opens in September, no attention was paid to maintenance. And now the kids cannot go back to school because of mold. That is not a suitable environment for children. But I don't see fixing the current buildings as a solution, because all you're doing is putting paint on top of a problem and it will return. What I would like to see is the name calling to stop, and the infighting and blaming to stop, and for us to come up with a real solution for these children on Jos Van Dyke. These children should not be hanging out at Foxy's having an education upstairs while there's an active bar downstairs. But at the same time, it is 10 times worse to be in that building. I will not go close to that building, because there are a lot of health issues that result from having constant exposure to mold. And that is wetlands, and it's gonna always happen. I've been here from a child. The story is that my grandmother donated that land for the school, my great-grandmother. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that is wetlands. That's the pond or an extension of the pond. It's always moist in there. They need to move the school and they need to find a permanent solution. And if that's and if there's a temporary need, then they have to find a temporary need that doesn't sit on that site. It's not good.
I also spoke to concerned resident Mr. Aisha Shinnery, who said he was also tired of the promises made to residents to resolve the situation. He said the temporary location with the children upstairs of popular Foxy's restaurant was not fitting to the students, considering a close proximity to a bar. He made it clear he was not speaking badly of the Foxy's establishment, as it is only trying to assist the children. However, he said the environment was just not suitable for children.
The promises and the softness up to believe that we're going to have a school soon for the trend, right, for the children of this island. All of a sudden, we have the kids going to school upstairs at Foxy's. One of the most degrading and I think shameful thing that we could have had in this island. Where part tourists coming in from morning till whenever the school is finished, 1 o'clock. Tourists coming in from morning there, and then after all of a sudden our kids supposed to be taught to ignore what's happening downstairs with the kids. You know, like what's happening downstairs with the tourists coming in and still able to learn, and we've been promising that we're going to get containers to come over here and able to at least assist one of the lowest form of a school. Containers, and even them we can't get up until now, till the kids had to move upstairs at Foxy's, another degrading situation. Instead of, we have them for right now, because we need a school we've been promised for years, from before this administration, from before this government in. But at least now, if they're looking at emergency situation to fulfill, we can't put the kids in, we don't have enough big enough place to house our kids to go school, and a big enough convenient place that our kids must. So if it's talking about emergency situation, they need to bring them trailers properly fixed and fix them before they bring them, not bring them have we wait for weeks over here to house it. I mean, just a solution to start with. Otherwise, we need our school. I cannot go on and talking about a solution with something emergency. That's as much as I could say. That the containers were the promise that we could house the training them and the school campus until when the school start. But I think we immediately need the school starting, and we've been promised it too long.
Well, also vocal on the matter was parent Daniel George, who described the situation as very bad for the children. He said he too was fed up with all the promises made to find a plausible solution for the children.
The situation is very bad. Our children is not in a good environment, and the teachers are not in a good environment with the molds, and the school need to be break down. We've been going to the school years now in the same environment, the same conditioning, and they try to patch up little things, but it's not working. And our children need a better school and better environment where they could learn better and have a better way where they could understand and be more, where they could learn better, you know. The school is not right. Government need to do better. This was going on for years now. All they're doing is promising, they're going to come and do this, they're going to do that, and they still ain't coming and do nothing. They came and gave us a ATM machine down there, up to now it's not functioning. So the tourists come in and just seeing a empty ATM machine there, you can't get money out of it. So all of this is something we're going through for years. We fed up right now.
Well, our next interviewee, Roxanne, said she was frustrated about the situation. She expressed her concerns with children and other students who are all part of the school.
My greatest concern is the kids, right? The kids are the future of tomorrow. And these kids been promising a school, a healthy, a better environment, and the government is not doing anything about it. We've been promised that in January, the school break-in will be taking place, and up to now that can't done. It can't be done. I don't know what's the problem. And we tired of the fixing and the fixing and the fixing. We're frustrated right now. And right now the kids are upstairs at Foxy's going to school, which is even worse than the environment that was going in at the premises of the school. So what is it the government doing for Jos Van Dyke? What are they doing for the kids? Nothing. All the schools in Tortola, they're functionable. Kids are going to school. Jos Van Dyke is a small population of just about 30 students. There's empty, vacant buildings. Yeah? The administration building, customs building is there where the kids could go to school. It's only 30 children or 25 children. Come on, they need to do better than that for the children. I'm frustrated, I'm fed up, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Well, there you have it, viewers, where you heard the concerns raised by parents, and you also heard the concerns raised by those residents who are not parents. Well, it's evident that the issue is a major one that needs to be addressed as soon as possible. But the only question is, when will a real resolution be brought to the table to address this matter? Until next time, I'm Kamal Haynes reporting for 284 News.
Thank you so much, Kamal. Viewers, to watch the full detailed story about the Jos Van Dyke Primary School situation, tune in this evening at 8 p.m. To, of course, our platforms to get more on the in-depth story which was covered. We're going to take a quick commercial break, viewers. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
You value traditions. Today, you value music. You value education. Family. I love you. Service.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Love. Life. At Popular, we're committed to you and everything our community values. For the things you value the most, count on us. Popular.
Viewers, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking with us. It is election time in the BVI, though it has not officially been announced. Businessman Lesmore Smith, who unsuccessfully contested for a seat at the 2019 general election in the Virgin Islands, has made it publicly known already that he will be vying for a seat at the next general elections, be that this year or next year. Smith had run for office in 2019 under the Progressive Virgin Islands Movement Party, a party formed, of course, by a number of different members throughout the community. In addition to that, he ran previously as an independent candidate. I spoke with Mr. Smith. Here's what he had to share.
As you know, I did participate in the last general election under the PVIM, Progressive Virgin Islands Movement Party, and I decided not to quit. The reason being is I do believe I too have a lot to contribute to my country, and which I've been doing in several ways. I've been doing this in the horse racing industry, in the supporting industry like the FSM, and the other industries like in the schools where I donate stuff. And not that I'm saying that would stop or this would in any way infringe on what I've been doing, but to me, I'll be in a better position to help push things across the streamline that people can get better results. I'm not saying that the present party or administration that is there is not doing all they can do to help. But I said fresh ideas is also important. New ideas is also good. And I think if we combine them, we can make the country and the people a better place to be and their lives better. I'm going to be running at large as I did before. I asked why at large because I went in the 5th district some years ago, for those that don't know. I was unsuccessful, and the second time I came back, and I did that independently. But the second time I came back with the PVIM and I did at large, I'm grateful for the 1,000+ vote that I received then. And I'm going back because it was late for us coming. And this time I promised not to be late. I promised to go out there as early as I can and let the voters decide if I'm good enough or valuable enough for them to give me their support. Because I know for a fact I didn't let myself down, and I'm not going to let them down. I know I've stand up for a lot of things in life. I'm a trained law enforcement officer. I'm a trained security officer. I'm a trained fireman. So when I hear the people cry in these areas in terms of safety and security, I too can sit around the table with the commissioner of police, with the fire chief, and create other security measures for our country. It's about time we look at the safety and the security of our country. It's about time we look at our young people, taking in consideration that if we don't now, we're going to have a serious problem later. So my idea is to be sure that we look at it now. And I said to a school principal the other day, I don't know if they're looking at it, but the next 2 years from now is not going to be a pandemic of diseases. It's going to be a pandemic of our social fabric. Because if we don't try to channel and go after the value of our young people now, I don't think we're going to be able to survive it then. I believe that we can do better in securing our countries. Just like the other day, as I mentioned in an ad or edit I had the other day on a radio talk show, I said to them that I don't believe that a boat full of illegal immigrants should reach as far as our shores, that we will have to detect it after they reach to the shore and not detect it before they reach to the shore, because I also train in terrorism. What if it was a terrorist attack against our officials? It tells me the time the siren is blown, we have already lost our key people. So I believe that we need to look at how do we secure our borders and secure them, professionally and seriously secure them, because they are mechanism. We can use the electronic means. We don't need to have anybody coming forward anymore to give evidence about this and evidence about that. We have electronic ways of securing our borders. I know they're putting the cameras, reinstating the cameras into the city zone. But to me, we need to capture all the entrance and exits in order to make it more effective. I know the event happened east. I need to know if you went west, north, or south. And the only way for me to do that is to set up trap points in terms of electronic systems. I can know whenever you cross each one, each direction. So I can know if you're within that area or you left the area. And that is key. I must commend, I am a part of the Horse Racing Association, and being a part of it for so many years is a passion. I went as much as Ceylon. I was one of the person, or the only person that were able to get a foreign country, meaning other Caribbean country, come into the BVI to run horses. Was privileged after the 2017 hurricane, after we rebuilt, to get Antigua to run horses in the BVI. It was the first ever, and I've been told it couldn't happen, but I always believe hurdles are meant to be jumped, and if you understand, if you just have good communication, you can cross those hurdles. So I commend that process. I looked at, even on my campaign trail, the situation with the Gaming Act, which I must commend Honorable Andrew Foy and his team for being able to push that through, just waiting on the other aspect of it to make it a reality. Then we talk about, it was discussed about having the cruise pier open where the ship could just stay in port and the gaming go on board the ship. I said, but that would not be a good thing for us, because then I don't think from a local perspective we'll be able to board the ship. Not that I'm saying the BVI must become.
Viewers, that was a businessman, Mr. Lesmore Smith. Of course, he is the first candidate to officially launch his candidacy for the next general elections, and more candidates are expected within the next coming months. Viewers, that is all the time we have. We thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, a happy Thursday to each and every one of you. We'll be back here tomorrow as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. Ron Grant for 284 News. Bye-bye.
Live stream cable TV is here with CCT Live. Access over 80 channels that you can watch either at home or when you're on the go. And don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Rewind and watch in your own time. Come to CCT today and ask about our 1-month free trial offer. CCT Live. Bring it home.